Network right here on Hotline Radio. Now, we've been waiting all week to talk to my man Nate Liteyear. We finally got him on the phone with us today. What's going on with you, Nate?
Not much, buddy. You know how it is. Enjoying this Carolina weather, trying to get everything together, homie.
I know that's right, man. Same thing, man. The weather looking good. Look like it might be some rain falling out there today, man.
Yeah, a couple spots, but it ain't enough to stop nobody from doing nothing. Can't hold nobody back from doing nothing. Still got to make this money. Still got to make these moves every day. You know what I'm saying? Every day, people doing everyday stuff.
I know that's right, man. So, we're gonna, before we get into the conversation and the politics of the nature, you know what I'm saying? Because I know I explained to everybody how we was going to pretty much be chopping it up about, just kind of the point of view of what's going on out here. First, I want to let everybody know that my man Nate Liteyear right here is a great producer. I've had a chance to work with him in the studio myself, and rapper / DJ. So what's been going on with you in that department lately, Nate?
Man, see, what's really going on right now, man, is I'm just so backed up in work. I got so much production to do. I'm doing my own mixtapes. I'm hosting other people's mixtapes. I know I'm also an artist too, so I rap. Right. I'm doing my own rap thing. I'm doing helping other people trying to develop artists because the industry don't have a lot of artist development going on. And I've been spitting and rapping and just generally into music for years. So I think that's one thing that the industry doesn't have, or just not even the industry, just in music in whole. It doesn't have an artist development. You have artists that are one day they want to be a football player, then the next day they want to rap. You see what I'm saying? And
right.
There's no development in that right there.
Right. And a lot of, I guess kind of somewhat of following suit is almost like people are watching and say, I just want to.
I'm going to go write my verse the same way this dude wrote his verse. Or I want to have my hook the same catchy way as he has his. There's no originality in it anymore, man. I mean,
right.
To me, I'm an old school rapper. I'm not a new school rapper. I don't make dance songs. You're not going to hear no lollipop music from me. I'm strictly lyrical, but I do support new music.
Right. That's
just not what I do. There's nothing wrong with it. The boys making millions and billions off of it, so be it.
Right.
But I just can't. That's not my bag of tricks right there. I can do it if I wanted to do it. Mm-hmm. Sometimes I sit back and say, well, maybe I ought to try this, but I don't.
Right.
Because I have a certain type of fan base, a certain type of following that's been following me for years. And right now, after being 15, 16 years in the game, underground, and it just,
right.
It's not going to work out right,
Right.
Once you have that following, you try to keep what you got.
Right. Now, what do you think the state of hip hop is in nowadays? I know myself. Again, I'm proud of what's going on to a certain extent because I'm glad people are eating, and you always want to see people making money, and it does keep the music relevant. I will say that, but
yeah.
I feel as though the music is somewhat the same. Like you say, I feel it's the same. Everybody's just talking about rims. I want to take your girl like this, pour that, drink that. And I feel like the feel of music is gone, like the genuineness of where really the culture of hip hop music came from, which had a lot to do with the struggle and the messages of how to get around the struggle, like friendship and things like that. So, how do you feel about today's music?
Okay, I got three answers to that question.
Okay.
First answer is, all right, as far as the way the artists are putting themselves in the spotlight as if because I rap about this, I have to be a killer, or I have to trap, I have to do this, I have to stay in the media, getting in trouble. There's too much negativity going on there.
Right.
See what I'm saying?
Right.
As an artist, you're not necessarily supposed to be the person out in the street actually getting into all of the trouble, getting locked up. You're supposed to be able to paint a picture, people listen to it. You're supposed to be able to see what your friends do, write a vision of it. And sorry about that. But it's just not to the point where man, it's just too much negativity going on the way I look at it. And I mean,
Yeah.
it's different from my side because I come from the battle rap side of hip hop. I come from where hip hop originated. You know, like the people I like is Big Daddy Kane, Cool G Rap, Biz Markie, Melly Mel, people like that, man. And a lot of these new artists don't know who these people are. I just named.
Right. That's true.
You see what I'm saying?
The foundations of hip hop.
Like I had an artist in the studio with me about 2 months ago. He wanted to redo an old OJ song.
Okay.
It was the whole song, just instrumental. And he thought that it was made by somebody nowadays. I'm like, nah, man, this song is an old OJ instrumental. The whole thing is not chopped or nothing. It's just riding the same way it is in the song. Just minus the singing to it, minus the acapella.
Right.
And he didn't know. So, I mean, that's why I was just telling you about the artist development. All of that comes into play. You know what I'm saying? Anytime you do anything, you have to do research on it, man. If you want a car, you want to know what type of car it is, who makes it, how many miles per gallon you get. Same thing with music. You have to do this with everything. That's what the world is about. That's what life is about.
Right.
And a lot of times these artists, they just, like I said, they want to be a basketball player one day, football player the next day, and now they want to rap.
Right.
And then they want to rap like their homeboy. And then they get in the song and sound just like him. So now you got 3-4 people in the same song with the same style, and then they emulated their style off somebody else. So now you have a group that you're trying to present to the music, industry, to A&Rs and record reps and things of this nature, and they don't want it because you sound like that person. And then when you bring it back to their artists and tell them, well, look, man, they declined you. Oh, well, forget them. And nah, man, it's not that, man. Originality is what runs the marathon, man. J. Cole don't sound like nobody. Big Sean don't sound like nobody. You see what I'm saying? I mean, originality is what runs the marathon. Whether you're doing dirty style or you're lyrical or whatever it may be, you have to have your own sound in order for those record labels to pick you out of all these people that sound alike.
Right.
The one that sound like that someone else, that's what they're going to pick out. They're not going to pick out the dude where they got 5 people that sound like Rich Homie Quan. Let's pick one of them. No. They're going to go with the next dude that has maybe a similar style, but his swag is different. He does everything kind of his own way. Right.
Now, you know, sorry to cut you. Now, I noticed, like what you say, there's a lot of talk about, they always tell artists, okay, you have to be new. You got to be fresh. You got to be something different than the other thousands or the million rappers that want to come out. But the amazing part that I notice is they sound different, but they're all still saying the same thing, though. Nobody's saying anything different.
The content. See, that's where it goes from trap music. Okay, if you're a trap rapper or you do trap music, you're just rapping about selling drugs the whole time. That's what trapping is about. Right. Selling drugs, getting money, or not even really drugs. Anything you're going negative to get money. You see what I'm saying? Right. Yeah. And I look at it like this, okay? If you are going to do something negative in that nature or however it may be, why would you call it a trap?
Because that's what it is.
I would call my drug house the getaway. You're never going to catch me here. That's what my drug house would be called. You're never going to catch me here. It wouldn't be called a trap. I'm from the old school. That this is the way I think about things. Right. And you know when you talk and you put things out into the universe, it comes back to you the way you put it out there. Right. So, you know, if a mouse run across the track, what happens? He dies, gets neck broke, might get his tail cut off. I mean, you know, it's a trap. There's so much negative backwards words and the way stuff is used now. I'm just old school, man. I don't understand it. I was under 16 and, you know, he's on a little trap music and the dance music and all of this stuff like that, and the socks with the 4-5 colors in them and all of this stuff that's going on now. And I just, you know, I understand that everything changed. Life is about evolution, and everything is going to change, but it's a change for the better. It shouldn't go backwards. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, when was the last time? I mean, you know, I don't want to say when was the last time you ever heard a song about unity, because I'm sure that there's people out there who make them, but they don't really make the mainstream. Like, I don't turn on the radio every day when I listen to it. I barely listen to it, but when I do, I don't hear 2 or 3 songs that day that really have a positive message to them. I mean, they're just not in constant rotation. And
Yeah, and it just feels like the youth gets messed up. I mean, think about it this way, right? How, with the younger generation growing up out here these days, how many songs nowadays? I mean, I got to be honest, man. I just can't let my kids listen to them. I mean, I'm talking about, like just a lot of the mainstream, music that comes out. It's just, what am I supposed to let my kids listen to? And so it's like I tell them, yeah. So it's like I have to go back to the old days, like you say, and try to find something that's got a little bit of a better message to it. And it affects a whole lot, from the dress code to the educational system and things of that nature.
Oh yeah, no. We definitely gonna have to get on the dress code. Go ahead.
Yeah, right. So let's get on, like dress code, for instance. All right, let's get into that now.
Okay. Who I got a lot to say about it.
Who's wearing? Okay, like, is it all right? I mean, are the pants? Have the pants? Have the jeans? Have they pulled the jeans up a little bit more that you've noticed, or was that
they pulling the jeans up, but they just making them tighter.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Okay.
Okay, okay. I'm in my 30s. I'm not no young dude. I got a son that's 16. You know what I'm saying? I've been in the rap game, in the underground, North Carolina, around for years. Okay. Now, when I was coming up, I would go buy pants. I mean, you too. We talking about the same era.
Right.
We would buy real baggy pants, real baggy shirts, real baggy coats that we wore.
Yeah.
Now, okay, don't get me wrong. I have downsized. You see what I'm saying? I've downsized my clothing wear. I don't wear, if I wear a 35 West, I'm not going to go get a size 55 pants anymore. You see what I'm saying? But you're not going to be able to see what's in my pockets. I mean, and if I'm going to wear, if I want my pants to hang, that's why we want our pants baggy, because we want to sag. Right. Okay. So naturally, if you want to sag, you buy something bigger. Why would you buy something smaller and force it to sag? I just don't understand that.
Hey, you know what?
Like I said, evolution, time changes, things change. Maybe I'm just old school or too old, but I can't rock with that right there.
Well, you know what?
They will, that's fine, but it's not me. You will not see Nate Liteyear in a video with super tight jeans on, and I go to the store and find the shoes with the biggest tongue I could find and pull it out. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. That's not me, man. I'm more of a...
Well, you know what? For a lot of people listening out there who might not know this, to give a little knowledge, and I mean, this is, again, growing up in our day, me back in my day, I'm gonna tell you, and this again relates to the hip hop culture and where the music and our lifestyle used to come from. Now, back in my day, we had to pull our pants down a little bit, and the reason is because some of us grew up in times where we just didn't have a whole bunch of different clothes, and we didn't have the stylish clothes. We couldn't afford the certain brands, so I came front. Exactly. Right. Every now and then, I wore my pants a little. Shoot, we was trying to pull our pants down so they wasn't high waters. You know what I'm saying? And so, but it wasn't because, and so we didn't pull them down because we wanted to be showing our underwear, nothing like that. We pulled them down so that, and so again, that represented the reality and the culture of hip hop itself and why it was that way. It seems like later on down the line, what began to happen was people started to do it just for nothing. It's like you could go out and buy $100 pair of pants nowadays, and they still want to have them hanging down, and there's no point behind it.
I think the originality of skinny jeans. This is my presumption of the originality of skinny jeans. Uh-huh. Somebody's mama went school shopping for them, and they got there late. They didn't have nothing else on the rack but some 12 Slims, and she said, "You gonna wear these 12 Slims, or you ain't gonna wear nothing?" He went to school, and everybody liked it. That's the way I feel about it. I don't feel like all of a sudden the whole young crowd just woke up. I want to wear my clothes skinny. Right. Or I want to wear spandex. I mean, certain things are for men, certain stuff are for women. Before you know it, you're going to see dudes in videos with wigs on. I mean, just bras and everything. thing, man. They taking it to a total another level. It's okay if that's what you want to do, if you're that type of person.
Right.
But when you change a whole everybody to follow something so negative and so derogatory, and it's messed up because the kids are so blinded to where they don't even realize what they're doing, what's going on, or where they're going to end up at.
Right. Yeah, that makes sense.
That's why I come in. That's why I have a problem with it. I mean, I can understand. Okay, I don't have anything against gay people. You know, you are what you are. But don't force the next man to do that if they don't choose to. You see what I'm saying?
Right. Let everybody be themselves.
You see a lot of young dudes that look suspect, and they like women. They look suspect, though. Look at what they got wrong. I mean, you know, but like I said, life is about evolution. It's about change, but I wasn't expecting it to change like this.
To get as far as it went.
Get more conservative. You know, more content in your lyrics. You know, put more things in your video. Don't just take your whole video at the don't just do your whole video at the strip clubs. I mean, you have neighborhoods, you got families, you got malls, you got everywhere on earth that you can, you know, shoot little different video shoots. Like back in the day, the videos just come on. When you watch the video back in the day, you felt like you watched a small movie.
Yep. And
now you just feel like, you know, you might watch 10 seconds of the video. If it come on and the club scene on, you already know the whole video is going to be club scene, booty bouncing, and you know, money getting thrown in the air and all this other stuff. I mean,
right, like people can't really.
I haven't witnessed any of these artists in any strip club that I've been to throwing thousands of dollars in the air. Maybe it's because I just wasn't there, but a lot of these kids need to understand that just happens on the video. That don't mean that you need to go out in the street, sell $20,000 worth of drugs, and go throw it in the club. That's just fake money that they throwing in the video. All these cars that they have, they're not theirs. Do not think these artists own these cars. If they get dropped from the label, they lose their house, they lose their cars, their bank accounts, everything. It shows.
Right.
But they don't understand that. You see what I'm saying? They're not showing them the bad side of the industry. They're just showing them the side where if you're doing what you need to do, or if you the winning side.
Right.
Show both sides, the winning side and the losing side.
Right.
And that's why I come in there to try to balance it out, because they think everything is all good when it's not all good. Some of these people have to do devilish things to get to the point where they're at.
Well, that's what I wanted to get into. I was getting ready to go into that. That was going to be another question I was going to say. Do you believe in the Illuminati? I'm just coming right out and say it. I hear a lot of talk about that, and not just the Illuminati, man, but you know what I'm saying, just in general, like this whole. I hear this, and listen. I'm double-edged sword with this one, and the reason being is because there, you know, it's not to say that you don't have people out there who do certain things to get where they are. I mean, everybody has a belief. You've got Christianity, you've got, you know, Jehovah, you got so many different points of view. But now, so I feel like, okay, that could be going on. But then sometimes I also feel like people nowadays will just take anybody who they see do anything and then say they sold their soul to get where they are. So I'm kind of two-sided with that. But how do you feel?
Okay, first of all, a lot of artists are finding out that pretending, or even if you haven't, if there is any such thing as Illuminati, or if there is any such thing as selling your soul, they know that that's negative and that's going to sell. You see what I'm saying? Right. Good talk or bad talk is good when you're trying to build a buzz and you're trying to get your album sold and things of that nature. Now, me, myself, I believe that there are people in the world that are so rich they control everything. Mm-hmm. And if they're that rich, I don't even think they would have the same name, Illuminati, or whatever you want to call it, you know. But I do feel like it's people in the world behind the scenes that pull strings and do what they need to do. Mm-hmm. I mean, at will, when they want to. And I don't know if they have ties on the music industry or the movie industry like they say they do. Yeah. Because if they were multi-billionaires, they wouldn't be considered with a billionaire industry. They wouldn't care about that. That's beneath them. You see what I'm saying? Right. So a lot of it is stereotyping certain artists. And certain artists know that the word, or, you know, assumption of Illuminati is so well spread. I mean, kids, grandparents, everybody saying Illuminati. Before, when Pop first came out, he started saying Illuminati. Man, you crazy. What you talking about? Now everyone has accepted.
Right. Because he used to say...
Like, there is, like, you can ask it, not just me, you could call 20 more people and ask them if they believe in Illuminati. They're going to say, yeah. And you ask them what's the Illuminati, they're going to say, I don't know.
You know what? That's a good point.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So it's like, who knows what? And remember when Pac was coming out, he was saying Illuminati. Now I didn't know. I got to be honest. I had no idea what he was talking about when he used to say that, and I didn't know. And it wasn't until really not too long ago, like, you know, when the whole hype came in, and I was like, wait a minute, people keep saying Illuminati. And then they said Pac said Killuminati. So I just kind of figured that out from there and put those pieces together. Like, is this what people were talking about? But apparently this has been known for about, or in some people's minds, for quite a long time, man. Like, so
some things are made to bring to the forefront. Some things are made to keep quiet.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
I mean, certain people talk about it. Some people don't. I don't care.
Yeah.
I believe in Jesus. I know he died on the cross for all of our sins, and that's how I go about my life. Now, if someone else believes that, some people believe that Illuminati is God. Some people, they just don't know
what to believe.
Well, like, all of this conversation is going right back to what I said before. Anything that you need to talk about or know about, you got to do research on it.
Right.
For you to understand anything, you have to do research on it. When Tupac first started coming out and I started hearing Illuminati, illuminate this, start seeing triangles everywhere, everybody throwing up the rock signs, looking at the Mason. Like, I have a Mason building right across from my house.
Right.
Masonic Lodge. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm looking at everything different. But who knows the truth about everything? Mm-hmm. There's no one on earth that knows the truth about everything. If you can show me one person that knows what happens after you die, I give them everything I got. No one on earth knows the truth about anything. We're only taught what they teach us.
Right. And like you say, research should be done.
You can't go make a book and just put it in the library. You got to get it published. You got to go through this channel. You got to go through that channel. And there might be some real knowledge and information that you found out. I mean, you really found this out, and the world needs to know.
Uh-huh.
But, you know, you got to go through proper channels to do anything. Research-wise, I mean, that's just...
Now, on a different topic. Now, let's talk about the North and the South when it comes to music. A lot of people, a lot of people feel like, hey, I hear a lot of times New York may have lost it, and then people accuse New York of not being on their game, and then some people accuse the South of doing too much to change the game and taking the game away. Like, is there any blame in your eyes, or is it no one to blame? Me personally, I don't really think it is. I feel like there's enough room for everybody, depending on how you're getting down. But what do you think? Is there one side that's doing more than the other to you, or?
I just feel like hip hop in general, or music in general, has levels to it, and it just switched down to the South. I mean, it was like that back in the day when Luke was out. Pop that cool chain, pop, all of that stuff, you know what I'm saying? The Two Live Crew, at one time they was hot. And then they got cold. Then it went up north.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Then it went Midwest, West Coast. Hip-hop just takes its time jumping around from one part of the United States to the other. You know, you just got to sit there and wait for it to get back to your part before, you can really make yourself known or whatever. Like, by me being in North Carolina, okay, the only person that really come out, you got Sunshine Anderson, Petey Pablo, a couple other artists, but they were more or less like in the mainstream. Uh-huh. You know, it wasn't too many real lyricists, underground artists from North Carolina. Right. And then North Carolina kind of has their own sound, and it's a time for everything, man. You know, it's like it's not our time yet, but it's coming.
Yeah.
People, please do not stop doing what you're doing in those studios. Keep that music coming to me. Keep that email coming. Fan club, everything. Just keep doing what you're doing. And our time is coming.
You know what? I like the way you said that. As a matter of fact, that's the first time I've heard that point of view on it. Because again, like I say, everybody wants to blame one side or the other. But you just made a good point that, you know, hip hop and music, it just bounces around. And like you say,
I live in North Carolina, man.
yeah,
I love New York music.
right,
Go in my car right now. Go in any one of the four cars I have, and you have a Locks, Jay-Z, Biggie,
yeah,
Busta Rhymes, Helter Skelter, Boot Camp. I mean, I love that. That's what I grew up on.
right,
You know what I'm saying? There would be no hip hop or rap period if it was not for New York.
right,
Nowhere else could have created it.
yeah,
Back to your research. Back to paying homage to your forefathers and all. If you're an artist out right now, you don't know who Melvin Mail is. You don't know who the Furious Five is.
Man.
You don't need to be on no stage in front of no mic.
yeah. You right though. That's real.
But you can tell me who T.I. is, and 50 Cent was the first album you bought. Come on, man.
Yeah, that's
Now,
true.
don't get me wrong. I love 50 Cent, one of my favorite artists.
Right.
I love what he do. I love everything. I love all artists that are winning, even if you lose. As long as you're not bringing me down, trying to block doors for me and for my North Carolina artists and all North Carolina artists or any artist that's not going to get on in that now.
Right.
As long as you're not doing that, so be it. Do what you do. Get it how you get it. I don't care if you sign to the Illuminati. You got triangles on every video you got. I don't care. Just don't stand in our face and try to shut us out, because there's a lot of talent down here.
Uh-huh.
And I already know that the reason that they shut you out is because they know you will take over.
Yeah. You know what? Speaking of, we brought up the South, we brought up P.D. Pablo. Now, this is something that I have been wondering for a real long time. Now, I was in other parts of America. I've been in other countries. I mean, like outside of the USA. And when P.D. Pablo came out, waving that shirt around in the air, talking about North Carolina, everywhere I was, people was doing that. Okay? People was North Carolina. And I mean, I'm talking about people who probably had just heard of North Carolina but didn't really know much about it. Point is, they was showing mad love. Now, when I got to North Carolina, okay, and I mentioned P.D. Pablo, people were like, oh man, forget P.D. Pablo, or P.D. Pablo ain't from such and such, or P.D. Pablo, and I couldn't understand. And I would look at them and go, what is y'all talking about? Like, this man was putting NC on the map. You know what I'm saying? And I was confused because his own people weren't showing him love, and I was confused about that. Because other places were showing him mad love.
You see, a lot of people don't understand, okay, let's say I'm an artist, you're an artist. And I get signed like he did. As me getting signed, they're not signing me to my own. They giving me a record label, they're giving me production and all this. They're just giving me a signing, which might be a bonus, or I have to do however so many albums.
Right.
I'm not able, as an artist, and you're signed to a label, you're not able to go back to your neighborhood and put people on. I mean, you can bring them with you to the studio and have them around people, you see, and that's why a lot of people get it mixed up. If I put you in a situation or have you around the people, you're supposed to be able to work and make something happen. I shouldn't have to get you a record deal or do this and that. It's all about building relationships. Try not to burn no bridges with nobody when you're around somebody important. Make yourself known, introduce yourself, let people know about how you are as a person or artist, where you're trying to go, what you're trying to do. And a lot of people got the P.D. Pablo mixed up because P.D. Pablo got on, he was like them overnight. North Carolina was everywhere.
Right.
But because of he signed to a label, he couldn't come back to North Carolina and put nobody on, give them a record deal, because the record label is still trying to get the money off him that they invested.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Now, if you're doing it independent, that's different. But things are totally different when you sign to a label. So everybody out there in the internet world, when your homeboy get on and he get a record deal and he don't come back and put you on, that's because he can't do that. It's not because he don't want to.
Yeah.
It's because he can. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And he's steady pushing, trying to put himself in a predicament So he can come back and get his homeboys. And by the time he do that, it's 4-5 years later, and they mad at him. Oh,
right.
Get you. That's my man. Nah, you got to put in work. You're not just going to get on one day and then come back and get your homeboys. The next day, everybody rapping. No, it might be a 5-man group. The label want to find one dude. The other 4 dudes mad.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep. I've seen that happen so many times.
Best thing to do, let him go get his foot in the door. Just make sure he don't never forget about y'all. You know, keep in contact. Fall to the back. You don't always have to be the number one man. You don't always have to be in the spotlight. Sometimes it's made to fall back. You know, let him do his thing. Yeah,
because that was one thing, man. I had always, you know, I had always could never really understand was about that right there. I mean, you know, with J. Cole, I watch his career and I try to see him in the same. I kind of see him in the same light. J. Cole's a hot artist. You know what I mean?
Same thing.
Yeah.
Same thing. Who's he signed to?
Right.
Rock Nation.
Right.
He's not signed to J. Cole Records. He's signed to Rock Nation. So if Rock Nation don't want to sign his homeboy, they not going to sign his homeboy no matter what he say. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
This is a business. People understand that this is a business, man. People are trying to make money. You can't make money off of every artist that you sign. The labels are signing those ones that they see those certain sparks in.
Right. Now, who do you...
And a lot of times, by us being in North Carolina, there are no record labels down here. There's no one to give you music to.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so a lot of times, all of this unheard talent, it's just not heard.
You know,
I guarantee you, anybody that's on the internet right now, if you come to North Carolina and go to the club, you're going to have a good time, especially if it's a North Carolina artist performing.
Right.
You're going to think he's signed already. You're going to sound that good, you're going to think he's signed already. But you know what? He got to go out there, get in that car, and go back to his house.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He's not going to no lab. He might have a little, we got studios and stuff, but, you know, not no big New York type studios, not in Eastern North Carolina, not where I'm from.
Right. Now, you're right, because there is a lot of talent down here, and I see it all the time, and that's why here I'm trying to get into the point of rotating people, you know, as much as I possibly can, and I feel the same way you said, like, you know, to all my people out there, don't get mad at me if I can't rotate you all the time, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, I do as much as I can. Now you work with quite a few people here. Who here in Eastern North Carolina would you name out, like, what's 1 or 2 people next to yourself, of course, but what's 1 or 2 people who you would like to see be able to get some exposure?
Okay, we're gonna make it better than that.
Okay.
In the future, real soon, when we put a label together,
the
first 2 artists that I want to pick up and sign, I put my career on the line and push theirs because I'm the CEO. I'm gonna own everything.
Right.
I don't have to rap, but I will put my career on the line to push these 2 people. 1, Don Caban. If you never heard of a guy called Don Caban, go on the internet, Google his name, check his music out. He's nasty. When I say he's nasty, he's nasty.
Right.
I put money up for him to battle anybody. Number 2, well, no, I don't have a number 2. I got 2 number 1 picks.
Okay.
Nacho Coach.
All right. Okay.
His grind is impeccable. He does what he needs to do, and he's a real person. You see what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah.
I surround myself with realness.
Right.
And he's the epitome of realness.
Yeah.
In my eyes. You see what I'm saying? He does what he say he's gonna do.
Yeah.
He's not gonna tell you, well, yo, meet me here, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna look out for you. If he tell you he gonna look out for you, he gonna do it. If he say, send me a track, you send him a track, he's sending it back about 20 minutes later. If you call him out for a 16-bar challenge, he gonna give you 39 bars 2 minutes after he put it online. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Consistency. Both of these artists have consistency. Now, the first guy I was telling you about, Don Caban, he does a lot of battling and stuff like that. Now, do you follow like smack rap and stuff like that?
I haven't followed that in quite a while. You said smack, right? No, I haven't.
Yeah.
I need to get on that then. Okay.
Smack DVD. Now, it's a battle rapper that be on Smack DVD named Adi Boom.
Okay, hold on. Are you talking about Smack like SMACK, like the Smack DVDs?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Now, I was following those for a while, and then I fell off of following those. So, okay, go ahead.
See, now, the guy I was telling you, named Don Caban,
right?
He's about to battle to do Adi Boom. And this ain't on no smack. See what I'm saying? And this goes to show that there are artists, underground artists out here that are good enough to battle these actual smack battles. You see what I'm saying? These smack DVD rappers.
Right.
And a lot of talent, I'm telling you, man, you just wait till I get my bread the way I want to get it. Yeah, I'm still working to get it. Then we everyday people doing everyday things. You see what I'm saying? Ain't nobody rich yet.
Right.
So you just watch, man. Just understand that I got a whole lot in store for y'all in the future. I'm not going to stop. It's not going to stop. I'm just going to keep coming and coming. People are like, where's this talent coming from? Who's finding this talent? Where's this talent coming from?
Right.
And the answer is going to be Nate Liteyear.
Nate Liteyear. Now,
if I'm not rapping, if I'm not spitting, I'm going to be bringing you the people that spitting that hot fire, that flame, that realness, the stuff that you can understand. And then I still deal with a lot of jerk rappers and people that come in the studio and do this new music. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
A lot of it, some of it I like. A lot of it I like. That's just not the way I'm going to get in front of the microphone and lay mine down.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Now, in the future, can we expect another single or maybe an EP or something from Nate Liteyear?
Oh yeah, in 2 weeks I'm dropping a EP. Well, it's kind of an EP / CD because I'm gonna give you the EP and it's gonna be two discs. One will be the video, and one's gonna have a song on it.
Okay.
And ain't nobody really doing that. I'm trying to bring different stuff to the front, man, because it's getting boring to me. You have to sit back and make up stuff to do.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, like, as far as me living in North Carolina, in the little town I live in, I'm like the type of artist that I've done a lot of things around here to set history. Like, you know, I know you heard of DJ Barry B.
Of course.
I'm sure a lot of people have heard of DJ Barry B.
Right.
I'm the first artist from my town from my county to be on a Barry B mixtape.
Oh wow!
And I mean, I'm the first rapper / DJ in my county, around my parts. You know what I'm saying? Where I'm from. Yeah. I've done a lot of shows. I've opened up for Freeway. I've opened up for Capone and Noriega. Yeah. Joe Buttons. A lot of people. You know, it's just not. I'm not just up here talking. Right. I've really done these things. You know, I've been in clubs where it's been shootouts, and I'm a regular person. I be in beef. There's nothing different between me and an everyday person. I'm not up here trying to glorify killing or glorify go get this money. I'm just glorifying you do what you do to provide for your family and take care of yours, no matter what it may be. That's what life is about. Right.
Now, the 16-bar challenge, that's something that's been going on around lately, and it's kind of becoming viral. And I think it's, I tell you what, it's amazing. I start off by saying this. It's amazing how many things that these social network challenges have brought about, because now everybody's doing that. So it kind of opened a door in the forefront for that. So the 16-bar challenge, I think I saw you lay down a hot 16, right?
Yeah.
Okay. How do you feel about people, about that movement in general for the 16-bar challenge? I mean, as a matter of fact, has there been a prize for that, or is it just something to get people's verses out there? Like, what's that really about?
I like it, man, because when they came up with the 16-bar challenge, I have people that come to the studio. And I know they rap, but they won't rap no more. They won't rap. I don't care what I do. I can give them whatever they want, and they're not going to get in front of their microphone. Yeah. But if they get on Facebook and see somebody say, I challenge such and such to this and that, and they ready to spit a bar. They're ready to spit a 16. Yeah. And see, that's good because they got a lot of these older school artists up off of their behind, and it's getting them more relevant. It's getting them back into the swing of spitting and how you gotta cut some of your words off to make it fit and you know what I'm saying? Using your right pronunciations, your metaphors, your themes, and all of that type of stuff. To me, I like it. Right. I was waiting for somebody to call me out. I mean, I wasn't out there trying to battle nobody. It's just friendly 16-bar friendly rounds. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no I'm gonna kill you, or don't tag me in that mess. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You know, some people take it overboard. some people don't.
That's what I like.
Now, while we on the subject of Facebook.
Yeah.
Okay. So I want to get this out.
Go ahead.
If you're over 30 years old, stop getting on Facebook telling everybody your business. Stop complaining about everything. Stop talking about your baby mamas won't do this and that and the third. Woo. Everybody on earth is going through the same thing. You're not the only person going through that. We do not need to hear it. Social media is social media, marketing, networking. It's not a diary. Man. If you're going to do that, you need to have a private page so everybody can't see it.
You said a mouthful right there. You need a website of your own if you're going to do that, right?
I get tired of, man, you scrolling through your little screen. Man, I'm tired of this, dude. Man, God, you over 30, dog. Deal with it. Whoever you may be. I mean.
Yeah.
I got so much different stuff to talk about, man. You got to get me back on this show again.
Oh, you already know you home here. You already know you home here at the Global Network, man. I'm glad you stopped me to say that too, yo, because that's real. Sometimes I had to do that, fam. I had to do that. Sometimes I go in there and I hear people talking about what cake they baking. You know what I'm saying? Or they just sitting down and then, oh man, it's off the chain up there. So yeah, that's real right there. You know, we try to stay focused, like you say, and keep it as a networking, scenario. And people who do the network and network back and forth with each other can get things done and really respect that movement and that grind. So that's a good thing. So now before we get out of here, man, and like I say, make sure you come back. Number one, make sure you come back. I'm gonna get you back on here anyway. And we talked about something the other day about those skits. Okay, so I'm still gonna be waiting on you to hit me with those too. So
I got you.
So we can sit and talk about that. The music, make sure make sure you always plug me in with your artists and your music and what you got going on, so I can keep you in rotation. And I'm
about to get you to come down to the lab one day too, man. You gotta come down and kick it with me in the lab a couple of days.
You know what? You're right, man. Yeah, I remember last time we was in the lab, man, with Grizzy, as a matter of fact. Oh my goodness, that was awesome.
Wait. Sorry, I messed up the whole conversation.
Yeah.
Remember when I said I had 2 rappers that I knew this one on? I had 2 number ones? No, I meant 3.
Uh-huh.
I meant 3. I'm sorry. I take that back. I'm sorry. Please do not hold that against me.
Yeah.
Don Cabon, Dacho Coops, Grizzy.
Yeah. Grizzy. Yeah.
For real.
Yeah.
For real.
Those would have been my 2. My 2. I'm gonna wait to hear Don Cabon as well, but my 2 would have been Dacho and Aunt Grizzy, man. That boy is fire,
Yes, sir.
And I feel like when he goes and steps onto the platform, it's gonna be a lot of shaking going on. I feel like a lot of local cats gonna really have to step their game up, or they gonna have to. I don't know. It's a get down to lay down situation for me on that one. I don't know.
See, that's good. That's good. You always have somebody to set the standard and set that bar.
Right.
But with the next person, you're not. If somebody set the bar at 10, you're not gonna come out on a 5. You're gonna try to come out at least on a 10. So that'll keep North Carolina music in general good.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like after Petey Pablo, what happened? Who else have you heard from North Carolina? I mean, J. Cole, but he's not in a position to help nobody do nothing.
Right.
I don't know J. Cole. You don't know J. Cole. I'm talking about someone who maybe we can talk to, or someone maybe we know, but I don't know him, never seen him before. I like his music. I was following him when he was on mixtapes.
Yeah. And I had never heard.
It always takes that.
Right. I had never really, heard him on there, but he was making some noise after. But now, all right, Nate, before we get out of here, let the people know where they can, go check you out if you got a Twitter page or Facebook page. And remember, don't go after Nate tell you this, don't go on his page and start talking about what you're going to do tomorrow. All right?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Unless it's positive. You can always come to my page and put positive things. Even if you put negative things, I mean, I'm a critic of my own music anyway.
Right.
A lot of times if I put a song up and somebody say something blah, I'll think about it, change it, or if I don't want to change it, I won't. But I'm always open to it.
Right.
As long as it's criticism on my music and not on me as a person.
Right.
And if you come to my page at me on some personal type stuff, then that's something totally different. But I always take criticism on my music and things of that nature. But if you want to find me, you can get me on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, at Nate Liteyear. All three, same name, everything together. Nate Liteyear. NATELITEYEAR.
Right. All right. That's what's up. Make sure y'all go check Nate Liteyear out on either one of those, and also expect to hear Nate Liteyear come back on here too, because we're gonna be around talking about more issues. Today it was about music. You know what I'm saying? But you know, we'll be getting into some local issues as well, some issues from abroad, and all different types of subjects that we'll be talking about. So make sure y'all stay tuned in for Nate Liteyear and Conversations with Keith Harris as well. Nate, man, have a blessed day, brother. It's always good to hear from you. I'll call you later. You know what I'm saying? As a matter of fact, and we'll talk, man.
All right, fam. That's what's up. Global Network. That's what it is, boy. Global Senate. Yep. We on. We ain't going nowhere. Don't touch the dial. Don't do nothing. Just sit there and pay attention, homie, because we got a lot to bring to you.
That's what it is. Nate Liteyear, Keith Harris, we out.
Peace.
You listen to Keith Harris Global Network right here on Hotline Radio. That was my man, Nate Liteyear.